And we're back online. Good evening, everyone. We're only 54 minutes late. Sorry about that. The Georgian streets just wouldn't let us go, and we came with only 1 hour on the clock, and it wasn't enough to get everything started because we're in a different apartment with a whole different setup, different equipment, different microphone. Everything is new and uncharted. So, but we're happy to see you guys, and most importantly, uh, it's not just me right now, but ahoy, hey everyone. Yes, most importantly, it's not just me, but as you can see from the name of our live stream, it's the Go Magic reunion because finally, as we wanted from the get go, now we're finally in Georgia. All of us, the entire team, and so everyone is now living in this one place where we can create Go Magic videos and streams and do everything together. And yeah, hopefully I can convince our entire team to come and join me so that we could, maybe share some of our experiences and I could ask them some questions and they would reply in Russian or English, optionally. Guys, what do you think?
Oh, нам подойти?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm so happy they didn't resist too much.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Anton right here. This is the man behind everything in Go Magic. This guy, you've probably never seen him before, but yeah, that's why he's always behind the camera. This is our main editor,
Hi guys.
editor in chief of chiefs. He's the one editing all of the videos. So Anton, Mike, Vadim. The entire Go Magic team is finally in Georgia.
Yes.
So, yeah, hello Anton.
Hi.
So hopefully you guys can hear everything fine. We just got this brand new mic, and you can probably hear me. But I'm hoping that Anton and Mike, when they get to say something,
111.
This sounds okay.
Sound check.
Sound check. Is it
Okay.
fine? Okay. Yes.
Nobody's saying anything, so hopefully the sound is fine. So guys, what do you think? I know that Anton has been absolutely just so happy about this moving to Georgia, and he thinks that this is just an incredible place. You can see his happy face right there. So Anton,
Обычно я такой.
yeah. Usually Anton is like very very serious. He's like hardly ever smiles. Look at this face. This is the happy Batumi Georgian face. Mike is smiling all the time.
Yeah. I'm just a regular Mike.
So, guys, what are your first, maybe, okay, Mike has been living in Georgia for like forever.
Actually from June.
Actually from June, but he came to Georgia before, and he lived in Georgia for like a year before, right?
Yep.
A year before that, so he knows everything about this place.
Yeah. Everything.
Speaks the language fluently. This guy is
Easy.
crazy. And Anton, how does it feel to finally come and join us in Georgia? How does it feel?
Можно я буду на русском говорить?
Okay, Anton is gonna speak Russian, and I will translate.
Потому что даже на русском языке мне сложно подобрать нужные слова, тем более, что на английском мне точно это не получится.
Amazing, so amazing.
Прекрати. Правда, на самом деле, это огромное счастье сюда перебраться и вообще встретиться со всей нашей командой, потому что мы постоянно созванивались там по Дискорду, по Телеграму и все такое. Это было не так, было мучительно. Вот. И сейчас мы все вместе, это очень здорово.
Yeah, Anton says that it's not going to be easy to find right words even in Russian. So he's going to speak Russian, and yeah, it was kind of painful to always get those Discord, hey, Charlie Kuze, welcome. It's like right in the middle of the translation. It was always painful to have those Discord or Telegram calls all the time discussing things for Go Magic, and it's such a relief to be able to finally sit here around the table and just talk about Go Magic in person.
Yeah, we actually lived in different cities. I was in Ijevsk and they were in Tver. So
Yeah, it
it
was.
is a little bit painful to communicate.
Yeah,
So
yeah, the communication was difficult. I mean,
right now
Discord is fine.
it's just another level. It's just
Yeah, it was. I mean, online it was fine, but every time you wanna like when you wanna make some decisions or when you need to shoot something or discuss something real quick, it's just so much easier to do this like this in person. We just ask and just change something quickly instead of just changing online. So yeah,
Да, надеемся, работа теперь пойдет веселее.
yeah. Anton has been hoping for a while now that once we get reunited here, it's going to be so much easier, and the whole process, the whole creative process is going to be so much more smooth. Hopefully, let's just hope that that's going to be the case. But then, Tom, the English stream became clear. Hooray!
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Да, и, конечно, для меня просто совершенно новый опыт, потому что я практически всю жизнь прожил в своем родном маленьком провинциальном городишке в России, и выбраться в другую страну, и понимать, что ты сюда приехал не просто в отпуск на неделю, мы тут вроде как надолго приехали, это совершенно другие впечатления, просто совершенно, сложно это передать словами, это классно.
Yeah, Anton says it's a whole new level of experience for him because pretty much all his life has been living in this small provincial town in Russia, and now finally coming to a different country, not just for vacation for a few days, but like realizing that it's actually for a year or more than that, like actually living here. That's just a whole different layer of thinking and living and creativity.
Yes.
So here's hoping that all of this.
И все благодаря вот этому товарищу. Вот все это из-за него.
It's all thanks to this guy right there, because he was the. I mean, we would have. Let's be clear. We would have moved somewhere anyway. Like the Go Magic team just had to move out of Russia and go somewhere else, because I hate the cold, and Russia is not the kind of place you want to be in the winter. But yes, this time it was thanks to this guy right here, because he was saying wonderful things about Georgia, and he said, yes, such a great country, lovely food, beautiful places, mountains, just so much stuff. And so yeah, we just said, let's try.
Hi to Georgians, if anyone.
Yeah, if anyone's watching from Batumi or from Tbilisi, guys, hi. It was lovely meeting you, and we hope to come to Tbilisi, all of us, and meet you in person once again. So we have some pictures, right?
Yes.
Let's take a look. We have Luyo.
Hi.
Hey. And Mike is like, yeah. From behind the screen. Okay, so we have some pictures. So let's take a look. Maybe we do some comments in Russian, English, something.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's take a look. So it's not this time. The pictures are from pretty much from the moment they came. Anton and his wife came here. There we go.
Oh my God.
And that's the moment. The moment, right? Oh, they can probably can't see you guys right now. They can only see me, but it's okay.
Это был ужасно сложный перелет. Я замученный.
Yeah, Anton says they look really tired, and it was really tiring. The flight. It was 2 flights, right?
Yes.
You have to change planes. Yeah, it was. I looked probably the same when I came here 3 months ago. I looked the same. So we're carrying all those bags, and it's just
Да, мы прилетели в 4 часа ночи.
But so different, so different, so different. Yeah, this is I think the second day, right? When they came, and then the next day we went for a stroll around the city to the seaside. Everyone looks a lot happier. This is the first time Anton is realizing that. Geez.
Не, я еще не понимаю, что происходит здесь.
Yeah, Anton doesn't quite realize what's happening around him, but he already feels that it's pretty good.
He was really actually somewhere, not among us. He was somewhere in the skies. I don't know. I didn't know.
Floating somewhere.
Where his mind was, but
yeah, you can see. You can see clearly who knows what he's doing here. Mike in the middle is like, yeah, sure, we get this every day. This is a regular day in Batumi. Everyone else is like, What is happening? Clueless.
Да, и, возможно, кто-то не знает вот эту прекрасную девушку. Это Оля, моя жена.
And yeah, maybe somebody doesn't know this wonderful girl right here. This is Olga, and this is Anton's wife. Here we go. This is okay.
Oh.
Another terrible photo, right? This time I
Я
took
этого
this.
не видел.
Yeah, this is also the first day, and this is actually something you can expect to see on one of the future live streams. This game is called, no, it's not Go. No. This is called Dango or Go Poker. And this is where yay, Go Poker. Yeah, so we're not playing Go. We're playing pair Go in Go Poker. So before each move, you have to take a card and do what the card says. So it's really crazy. And it doesn't matter how strong you are, everything can change. It's a pretty crazy game. Yeah, gambling Go. Not gambling poker, it's gambling Go. So you guys can expect that. Of course, there's wine on the table. This is Georgia, right? And this is us traveling on a cable car, going to the, there's a local mountain here with a great view, and this is us over the city. This is me, actually.
Meanwhile, I was climbing up on my bicycle.
Yeah. The only person not with us is Mike, because he's riding the bicycle to go upstairs. He doesn't want to pay for the cable car. The cable car is expensive here. Okay, this is from the top of the mountain. Far down there, that's Batumi. That's where we live. And that's actually that's the cable car. Another city view. Wonderful cityscape. Beautiful weather.
Да, очень классно.
Especially on this 4K screen.
Да, вот так мы ощущаем себя на вершине горы.
This is how we feel on top of the mountain, just like this dog right there. Enjoying the sun, just basking in the sun.
Да, к сожалению, Джина с нами не приехала.
Yeah, sadly, Gina never moved to Georgia. Never.
Never.
Yeah.
И я думаю, мы привезем ее через какое-то время.
Yeah, Anton hopes that after a while she might still join us. We might take her. I have no idea. I have no idea how we're gonna do that, but.
Ну, чтобы открылись границы,
okay.
можно было по земле провести ее.
Okay, yeah. So this is us on top of the mountain, having fun. You can see clearly that Mike didn't come here with us. He came on his own, on a bike. Me and Olga just enjoying the cityscape.
Such a lovely couple.
Yes.
I don't know what she's doing. I mean, I'm listening to the music there. Okay. And this is what it looks like from, this is right outside of our window. Like, you open the window and you see this.
Yes, it's beautiful. Every day.
Every day in Black Sea, right there, out the window. I live separately right now, so it's them and me separately, and my view doesn't even come close to this. I live on the second floor, and I look at my window just overlooks the wall or something.
At the tree, actually, at the
tree. A tree, it doesn't matter, the same.
But it's a green tree at least.
It's a green tree. Yeah, it was Black Sea, of course. It's Black Sea. And this is I didn't know this picture was taken. I didn't know. I didn't see people taking this picture. This is us discussing the future Joseki course. This is me probably showing how amazing it's going to be. Like, it's this amazing, and but yeah, this is the discussion of the course. Board and stones, a laptop, everything you need. Mike is suspicious. He doesn't believe my hands, and he thinks the course is not going to be like this, but maybe only like this.
Well, maybe like this, maybe, just maybe.
Oh, Anton, just couldn't resist taking this picture. This is our lovely balcony, and if you look a little closer, like this. Oh no, not like this. This is a restaurant with a tree. But if you look a little closer, you can actually. This is the view from our balcony. The mountains. Oh my goodness. This is actually one of those mountains where we climbed, right? The cable car.
Not really.
No, I thought it was that direction.
The one we climbed somewhere on the left.
On the left,
We can see
behind the. Behind the building, okay. And this is what it looks like right here. This is our new apartment where we are right now. This is like half an hour before the live stream, and this is us discussing how bad it's gonna look. And yeah.
Мы не погладили скатерть.
Oh, we didn't iron the bag. Oh my goodness. Oh, and this is it. This is it. Okay. Oh well. Yeah. Fun times. So, let me bring back the commentaries here. Okay. You can read the commentary here.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, this is it pretty much. I think maybe I'm starting to feel that Mike's smile is starting to fade and disappear. Anton is going back to his usual grumpy self. So I think it's about time we actually start the stream and play a game or something. So I'm gonna play against someone, a warm-up game, and then we also have another a game of Huang Longshi to cover. But we'll get to that in a second. First, let's play a game. Anybody wants to play a game? Not you.
Okay.
All right.
Если какие-то есть вопросы, например, ко мне или к Мише, вы спрашиваете, пока мы здесь. Мы всегда можем подойти.
Oh, we actually promised to, I think, to answer some questions about what? About the move to Georgia, about moving to Georgia, about something else, about the next course, about your course maybe.
My course, yes.
Yeah, Anton's course is coming still. He's taking a lot of time to get himself ready, prepare for the course, but it's coming, I think.
Да, мне нужно закончить все мои программистские задачки. И да, конечно, хочется записать свой курс по преподаванию Go для родителей.
Yeah, so Anton needs to finish up some of his programming, and then after this, he's gonna. I think maybe after the Joseki course. I mean, definitely after the Joseki course.
Yes.
So first, Anton's gonna focus on coding, and I will do the Joseki, the basic Joseki, and then after this, maybe Anton will do this, and then another course from me. So, we promised to talk about why we pushed back the final release date.
Why? Я думаю, ты можешь это лучше объяснить на английском языке.
Anton thinks I can explain it better.
Ну, потому что, на самом деле...
Say no more. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Не, на самом деле наш сайт уже, в принципе, там много-много очень классного, интересного контента. За это время мы выпустили 12 курсов первого дерева. Конечно, мы хотели успеть побольше, но в целом, то есть сайт уже он, в принципе, готов и можно пользоваться, но вот наш перфекционизм, да, то есть мы когда изначально планировали все нашу работу, мы, конечно, хотели успеть побольше. И как-то мне просто, скажем, совестливо объявлять релиз сейчас, когда мы наши свои планы еще не выполнили. Хочется просто для успокоения своей совести, скажем так, все доделать, чтобы было как надо.
Okay, I'm going to translate that. In a second, somebody's asking, have you already caught crabs in the sea? Not really. Have we seen some jellyfish?
Yep. There was a jellyfish and there was crabs. I was free diving, and actually there are some crabs, some little guys crawling on the surface underwater, and it's quite amazing.
Yeah, I joined Mike once for diving. He has just this wonderful mask, and I joined him once for diving. It was really cool. Yeah, you can. I couldn't see very much because I'm short-sighted, so Mike can see like anything, but I can't. So I have to wear glasses and a mask or lenses. But it's pretty amazing. Yeah. And going back to what Anton just said, sorry, the crabs.
Don't worry.
The fish was more important. So pretty much we have released a lot of pretty good content already on the website. We have 12 courses. We have the first skill tree, the beginning of the second skill tree, some materials, articles. So it's ready to be used, but it's just that our entire Go Magic team, we're perfectionists, and we don't want to say that we're launching this whole thing when we haven't done what we had been planning to do from the very beginning. So we had this original plan that we want to get it to this particular level. So right now we just want to, before we say, okay, it's alpha, it's done, this is it, this is the final launch, we just wanted to get just a few last changes, a couple of more courses, a couple of more things, the skill tree, just a few last minute things, to squeeze them in and finally be happy with it. And of course, yes, someone has been asking about this. Like, does it mean that after you say this is the final release, after this, does it mean that you're not going to change anything? Of course not. Of course we're not stopping there. We're continuing to work on the website, new courses, new skill trees, new everything.
Да.
Definitely.
Теперь мы точно не остановимся.
Yeah, like Anton says, there's probably not. We don't have an option of stopping anymore because we've been working on this for
Да, и нас
more
поддержало
than 2
очень
years.
много людей.
Yeah, and a lot of people
Да, и мы
supported
просто
us.
не можем, скажем так, ну, надоело работать,
Yeah,
надоело делать Go Magic. Мы такое просто себе не можем позволить.
Yeah, at this point, we just can't afford to say, yeah, we're just kind of tired of this Go Magic. You know, it's not it's boring.
Да, мы слишком ответственны.
Yeah, it's become too much of a like responsibility for us, and so we just can't we can't stop anymore. So of course we just keep going, and there's gonna be more courses, more content, more live streams, more everything. So definitely.
Ну и, наверное, что я могу сказать, мы достигли на самом деле очень важной точки, важной цели, то что мы до этого целый, наверное, года полтора работали вообще без зарплаты. Просто бесплатно, просто за идею. Мы, в общем, как могли, достигали нашей цели, трудились. И вот сейчас можно, да, с уверенностью сказать, что мы достигли вот этой важной точки самоокупаемости. Когда мы уже, мы, конечно, все наши труды, которые там за полтора года, конечно, это еще не вернулось, возможно, это вернется, но на самом деле, даже если не вернется, это, в общем-то, не жалко, потому что это мы прекрасно провели время, сделали очень много вообще для мира. Но да, вот мы от этой точки, когда у нас есть уже самоокупаемость, у нас есть какая-то маломальская зарплата, да ладно, прекрасно. Это здорово, это все благодаря вам. Спасибо.
Yeah, Anton's saying that we've also reached a very important point of like self-sufficiency with our platform, because before this, for the first year and a half maybe, we were working essentially, like the entire Go Magic team was working basically just for the sake of this idea. But we didn't have any salaries. We had to do some part-time jobs here and there because Go Magic was not giving us any like life support or of any kind. And finally now, after more than a year and a half, almost 2 years, I would say,
Yes.
almost 2 years of this hard work with no payback, now we're finally reaching this state where it's sustainability. We can kind of exist. We can kind of, for example, live here and keep on working. And Go Magic the project is paying for our living. And this is all thanks to you guys. And it's a great experience and a great point for us. Now, hopefully, it's going to get. Maybe we're not getting those 2 years worth of efforts back, but at least that was a lot of fun, and hopefully, it's going to get even better. Damn, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah,
Да, пролетели незаметно.
Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, we started September, around August 2 years ago, and now it's October, so it's 2 years and 2 months something. Yeah, it's been a while actually, and
Tough 2 years.
very tough.
Да, но я начал еще раньше работать.
Yeah, Anton started
начал
earlier.
делать
I was still in
сайты
China
для
at the
мира.
time, and he called me and he said, "Do you want to do this?" And I said, "Sure." So I started thinking about this when I was still working in China. Anton started coding, so we kind of started foreshadowing what was supposed to come. And then I came back to Russia and we started for real.
Yes.
We got the tablecloth, and in my room we had this wall with some wallpapers, and and we were thinking that that's enough.
Да, наши первые попытки были.
Yeah, actually, I still have this video and some pictures somewhere, so we can show. Maybe one day we'll show you guys what it looked like at the very beginning. This was like our first image of what a Go Magic course would look like, and it looked ridiculously bad. And we realized that no, it's not going to work like this. We have to like revamp everything and just change the entire thing. New equipment, lights, everything.
Это где мы снимали на обоих с цветочками?
Yeah. In my room, and we didn't have any lights, so we were dependent on sun on the sun from the window. So if it gets darker, okay, we stop. So it was hard, yeah. Impossible.
Да, сейчас мы значительно улучшили оборудование и качество.
Yeah, it's been now it's crazy to imagine what we have achieved in those 2 years. Vlad Bilan, hey.
Hello.
We've changed so much, and we've been like slowly building it up and buying new equipment. So right now we have probably the best setup of all. We haven't even used this setup for courses yet, right? This it's never been like so right now we have 2 cameras.
Proper cameras.
Yeah, 2 proper cameras, no cell phones anymore. So with the next course, the basic Joseki course will be the first one with like this, with the best setup.
Yes.
Good lights, good cameras, everything was gonna be top notch, hopefully. Yeah.
Let's rock.
Okay. All right. Does anybody want to play? Come on. How do I see the commentary? Let me-
Так, ну что, я пойду...
We probably can move away.
Yeah, they will. Okay, just like that. All right, anybody wants to play? Anybody? A game? Because I'm a little bit tired of talking all the time. Because I talk when Anton speaks, I speak. I translate.
Yes.
And then I speak all the time. And then I will also need to review the game of Huang Longshi, but that will come a bit later. So, anybody?
Да можно сейчас, в принципе, если никто не хочет играть, это мне кажется,
Nobody
не
wants to
важно.
play. Nobody wants to play. All right. Let me.
Я
Let's.
тогда говорю всем до свидания.
Yeah.
Goodbye. И если что, мы тут, задавайте вопросы.
Yeah. So these guys are saying bye, but they're going to be right there behind the camera. So if you need them, they'll come back and answer some questions, or I will ask some questions and they will answer, and I will translate. So much work. So, all right.
We will be behind the scenes.
All right.
Somewhere
Когда ты меня
in
будешь
the shadow.
We got Navalny questions. Mike, this is your specialty.
No.
Oh,
Спалился.
is Navalny a sponsor? Hope there's no other reason to give him an ad. Well, Mike, do you wanna open that?
A little bit, maybe. So Navalny is a political prisoner right now, and I am his supporter. I was in his team. I worked in my city. There was a small branch of Navalny team, and I worked there as a как расследователь.
Investigator.
Yeah, investigator. So we looked up for yeah for corruption, and also I made videos about it. So yeah. So now it's just a legacy, unfortunately.
No, just a T-shirt.
Наш канал теперь не забанят?
They can't. We not in Russia, not anymore.
Well, if they ban the stream, we're just gonna cut my.
In free country, it's amazing. It's amazing when no one can stop us streaming. No one can stop what we do. It's great. Well, great.
Don't
It was
stop
great
me now.
to see you guys.
Yes.
All right, it was great seeing you guys. Go. Take your chairs with you.
Cheers. Oh.
All right. Let's see. Does anybody want to play a game? If not, Vadim and Anton, be careful around the investigator. I don't agree with a single word you say, but I'm ready to die for your right to say it. Oh, that sounds very familiar. Who said that? Sounds like a very famous quote. I don't agree with anything you say, but I'm ready to die for your right to say that. Grandfather Frog, who said that? I forgot. Anyway, so if no one wants to play a warm-up game, then I guess we can kind of slowly move toward Huang Longshi. Oh, that's Voltaire. Okay. Right, the French philosophers. Good. So, as we said before the live stream, we wanted to shed as much light as possible on this on my favorite player on Huang Longshi, and today I wanted to show you another game that he played. But before, because we haven't even talked about pretty much anything, what we are, again, for anyone watching, if there's anyone who doesn't know what we are and what we do. So let me just bring you up to speed for a second. Guys, how do you like the sound? Oh, okay. Maybe the previous one was better. Yeah, actually, I'm also curious to know about that, because this mic looks so much more important, so much bigger. But is the sound actually better than before? Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is, because that mic was just a small lapel mic. This one is just, look at this. And so what I was talking about, let me quickly move to our website. So this is our website, the Go Magic website, and this is where we have all of our interactive video courses. And this is the one I was talking about. This last course, Huang Longshi Legend of Blood and Tears. It's about this unusually strong Chinese player from 300-400 years ago who could beat everybody and who played a very different style from everyone at that time. And I've always been fascinated with his games, but actually my fascination comes from the game that I am about to review today on the stream. So this is the course here, right here, and I can even open it here. So there you have it. There's a trailer, which we'll watch. We're going to watch it in a second. And here are all the lessons. So just for this this last part of the course, it's called Endgame. This is a problem collection that we found in China, and we've scanned it, and then we've transcribed it into SGF. And this is the one that I really wanted to see those problems. This is a collection of like around 250 endgame problems that Huang Longshi, this player, composed, and those problems are just so incredible. It's all of that is endgame, so you're not like, it's not a problem to kill, but it's a problem to reduce your opponent's territory or make seki or something like that. And the problems are just incredible. You look at that territory and you think, it's impossible to do something here. And then there's a crazy sequence, and after that, your opponent only has 2 or 3 points left. Crazy. And that problem collection is very much unavailable anywhere we couldn't find it anywhere online, so we had to go the old-fashioned way. We just took the book, scanned it, and now we've included it into this course, so you can download it with the course. Any new cookies for site supporters from now on after your relocation, or did your membership scheme change somehow recently? Well, I don't think it has changed. I think it's actually staying the same. It's just that we promised that before, like once we launch the platform, nobody's going to be able to buy the Magic memberships. So the Magic memberships, the ones that allow you access to every single course, like everything on the Go Magic website, those memberships will be gone. So right now they're available all the way up till like 5 years, and when we launch it, they're going to be gone. But now, since we want to apply our perfectionist nature and we want to polish the website and we want to add a couple more courses, now you have 4 months of delay. So essentially everyone willing to maybe buy them later can buy them later for the same price. And if you have purchased your membership before, we give you 4 months for free, 4 extra months on top of your duration. So if you have like for 3 years, then you will get 4 months on top of your 3 years. So that's pretty much that. And we try with every course we do, we try to include something cool with it. Like for example, with the course about Honimbo Joa, like let's go back here. The course about Honimbo Joa, we included another problem collection that was composed by Joa's opponent, Akabo Shintetsu. And then we had an endgame course, and we included the endgame flashcards for you to download, print, and practice your endgame reading. So we try as much as we can to include some bonus materials into the courses. So hopefully that helps.
Должен тебя поправить. Там 4 месяца добавится тем, кто активирует аккаунт.
Oh, okay. So Anton is saying that he's correcting me that
С этого месяца.
those four bonus months will be added only to those people who buy and activate their memberships before the end of this month, until the end of this month. So if you buy it later, then it won't work. But if you did it before, or before like October 30th, then you get those extra 4 months. I really like the skill tree. Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that. I love the skill tree myself, and yeah, we are actually planning a skill tree speed run walkthrough, and that's gonna come in one of the future live streams. So stay tuned for that. I probably won't do the whole skill tree. That's impossible. It's too huge, and it's not gonna be so much fun if I just keep clicking and solving problems. But maybe just one level of skill, like one layer level of skill tree. So happy that you guys released new ones. Damn, a speed run. Yeah, I'm hoping a speed run, and hopefully, I mean, I hope I can convince other streamers to do the same thing and see who does it better. I'm not gonna practice, so I mean, you might think that I'm one of the founders, I'm one of the creators of this thing, so it should be very easy for me to do a speed run of the skill tree. But no, because I'm not in charge of the skill tree. So most of the problems were created not by me. So I'm gonna be doing this like it's like almost a first glance at the skill tree and trying to just it's kind of like my impression of the skill tree basically. All right. So this is the course I've been telling you about, and just in case if you haven't seen it yet, let me show you the trailer. The trailer of the course about Huang Longshi. Let's take a look. It's a story of a mysterious Chinese player from a distant past. You will see the style he had, the games he played, and the problems that he composed. This is ancient Chinese Go the way you've never seen it before. Those games were different. They were not so strategic, and they were all about tactical complications, capturing races, running around, making shape, and fighting, and more fighting. This is the story of Huang Longshi. So here it was again, the trailer, and hopefully, thank you. Happy look, cool video, yeah, it's pretty cool. We're happy with it. I was one of them. Me and Mike did it together, and yeah, I hope that the course itself is pretty cool too. Question about modern. Oh wait. Question about modern josekis you're planning to add. Where will they be sourced from? Will they contain AI josekis as well? That's a good question. Well, I'm not sure how many of you know, but we're also working at the same time on this extra project. We got a donation from some supporters, and we're working on the modern Joseki encyclopedia, because we are really tired of this fact that you can't if you need to check some joseki, some modern joseki variations, you can't do this anywhere. Like before, there was a Kogo joseki dictionary, but it's pretty dated. And then there was Josekipedia, and then there was Adago. There were a few of them online, but they're all really, really old, old-fashioned. And so we are, the Go Magic, and together with Alexander Dinnerstein, is working on the new modern Joseki Encyclopedia. And so we are sourcing, repeat fighting, yeah. So we're sourcing our Josekis from this new upcoming. You can't see it yet. It will come a bit later, but we're taking the basic Josekis from there. And yeah, I've been handpicking the best variations, and hopefully, I mean, it's not going to be just a list of 35 Josekis for you to remember. I mean, just memorize and then play in your games. But it's going to be, some of the variations might not be something you see in everyday games, but I will show you those variations to hopefully help you understand how it works. And if you want to, if you are around, let's say, 15Q or 10Q, and you want to simplify your game, you don't want to get into something crazy complicated, well, those variations will let you do that. So, yeah, it's going to be about the basic Josekis, about understanding how they are constructed, and also about choosing the right one, about how do you actually pick the variation you want to play. If you know a few of them, like how do you choose the one that works best? So we'll talk about all of that in the course. And again, this is going to be only the basic Joseki course, so we'll have to leave out all of the modern, like everything you see in Fox 9 Done game. This is not going to be covered in the course probably. So because a lot of the things they play is just ridiculously complicated, and we could never like cover this in a course for 15 Qs. But we'll definitely get to that in the future courses. So if no more questions about this, let's talk about Huang Longshi. It was supposed to be a game here, but okay, we're not going to play today. So the game that I wanted to share with you tonight is kind of special for me personally, and for I think for all of the Go Magic project, because it's one of the games that got me interested in Huang Longshi, and it's one of the content creators who actually inspired Go Magic itself. And I'm talking, I've mentioned this before on live streams. There used to be a commentator and reviewer online. His name was Go Commentary, and he used to have a website. But then he moved out of Go, and now he's doing something else. And you can actually find all of his videos available for free on YouTube right now. So if you search for Go Commentary, you will find the videos. And so this Chinese guy, under the name of Go Commentary, he did a lot of he explained some trick plays. He showed some famous games, and as part of the famous game series, he showed a game of Huang Longshi. And this game impressed us so much, and the style of his commenting was just so it was just so clear and transparent and easy to follow, even though he had an accent. But that we were actually inspired to try and do something in a similar vein, and Go Magic is very much following in the footsteps of that. And I'm going to review the exact same game as he did, and we saw this game many, many, many years ago. And but today we have AI, and so we can take another look at that game. I won't cover all of the variations that he did. So if you're curious to know more about this game, you can always go back to YouTube, search for Go Commentary, find this game of Huang Longshi, and see some other variations there in that game. So let's take a look. Let me open the game first. Mike, we're gonna have some votes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Review.
Review started.
Here we go. So in this game, Huang Longshi is playing white, and Jiang Tianyuan is playing black. Like I explained before, Huang Longshi hardly ever really had to fight severely in his games because most of the people he had to play against were not even matches. So there were a couple of people. There was Zhou Dongho, and they played like 40 games, and some of those games were challenging for Huang Longshi. And of course, there was the famous a series of Blood and Tears, the match of 10 games of Blood and Tears. That was incredibly it was just lifelong masterpieces for both for Huang Longshi and for Xu Xingyou, his opponent. But I was thinking about reviewing one more game of Blood and Tears, but those games were so intricate that it would take me probably at least a day, or maybe 2 days to get another review in place. So instead of that, I followed down the easier path, and I'm going to show you this. So as always in those times, the game would start with its diagonal opening. The black and white stones are already in place, so there was no other corner move for them but the star point. Every game would start with this diagonal star point position. Now, just give me a minute here. Okay. Now, let's take a look. So as always, we're not focusing very much on the opening because the openings were not so important at those times. They would just make extensions everywhere, invade everywhere, and then the fight would begin right afterwards. So let's take a look. Immediate splitting to the side. Huang Longshi invades. Black does the same thing. And this is, I call this the famous influence game, because in this game, Huang Longshi is all about building influence. I mean, he was really famous for playing for thickness and using his thickness very well. But in this game, he went out of his way to build a tremendously strong thickness. And it's just so surprising how he did that, because consider this. The two white stones, and Huang Longshi is playing white, they occupy those diagonal positions in the corners. So it's a lot easier. You know, when for example, when I was younger, and San Ren Sei was really popular, those three-star points in a row, it was really popular and really common. And just consider how much easier it is to play for thickness, for moyo, for influence, when you have all of your stones on one side. And now think about how much more difficult it is, how much more challenging it is for Huang Longshi, because his stones are in opposite corners. So how can you play for a moyo when your stones are positioned like this? And yet, white jumps. This corner enclosure, the only one that was played at that time. And rumor has it that because at that time they had this extra, the group tax rule, and the more groups you have on the board at the end of the game, the more tax you would have to pay. So once the group tax rules are applied, they say that Katago, the modern AI, also starts showing that this move becomes a lot more satisfactory, a lot more appealing, this kind of large knights move. But with our modern rules, this move is not so common. And instead of any invasion, white could have played something like this, and we've seen this in one of the games in the course, an invasion, and white could easily live in the corner by connecting to. Oh wait, okay, by doing something like this, for example, white could easily connect, right? Or white could connect to this stone as well. That was easy, but in this particular game, Huang Longshi is going for only for the influence. So he's reducing black from the outside, he's giving up the points. So this and push. And here I have the first question. So right now, black needs to add another stone, obviously. Black can't just tenuki. Black needs to add a stone to somehow complete the shape, to settle the shape. So how would you finish the shape if you are black right now? What's the move? A, B, C, or D? Mike, is it on? Cool. It's actually confusing here because in the game there was one move was played, and a different move is actually the best. So think carefully. Zhang Tianyuan, Huang Longši's opponent, did not make the best move, surprisingly, and also maybe not really surprising because at that time they favored certain shapes, like for example the large knights move, and also this move that you're about to see was also kind of a local favorite at that time. So do we have a result? Oh wow, that's a wonderful vote of one person voting for A. What a result! And someone also mentioned B in the chat. Well, actually, I've added some of the options just to confuse you guys because, well, for example, A that you mentioned, if black plays here, well, if white responds to this, first of all, that's already making white stronger. But white doesn't even have to. Paul didn't show up, they say. But someone voted, right? Someone voted. There was one vote at A. Mike, was it you? No? Well, anyway, maybe we can set it up the old-fashioned way.
Let's make test vote right now.
A test vote. Okay. Okay, a test vote. Huang Longshi or Xu Xinyo. Who's better?
Do you see it in chat?
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Guys, can you see the vote? Can you see it in the chat? Does it pop up? Yes? No? Okay. Line Guy Sai says no.
It's in chat.
Yes? No? Yes? It's confusing. Yeah, I saw it this time. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm the odd one. I don't know. Line Guy Sai just, well, it's gonna be more, so keep your eyes open and hopefully it will show up. Sorry about that. So anyway, if black kicks like this, which seems to be like a nice move, but white doesn't even have to respond. White can Hane here, and you know this is dangerous. Now the two black stones can, like if you do this, white can descend. This looks a bit dangerous here for black. Now this move, also this exchange, of course white will respond, and it only makes white stronger. White gets thicker. So bumping into your opponent's stones is typically not the best idea, if you can avoid that, because once you become stronger, like let's say the correct move is actually the correct shape in this sort of situation is playing here, which probably is not very surprising. We just bump like this. It makes the shape stronger. Now there's no cut, no aji at all. And if, for example, white doesn't do anything, or white plays this, then their favorite move, and now black is not going to bump like this. Black is going to Hane, right? Black and Hane, and this is a lot more aggressive. Vadim, D is a typical SDK mistake. D. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, happy look. Remember, I asked you a question about the typical mistakes. This is one of them. I need more. But yeah, probably, yeah. Bumping into the stone might feel powerful, but at the same time, yeah, if you bump like this, it makes your opponent stronger, and your weakness is still there. Like black still needs to go back and fix it. So you still need to play here or here. And if you have to go back anyway, then why bump in the first place? You don't want to do that. But in the game, and this is the shape that they liked at that time, black played here. This is the game. This is the game move, and it doesn't really make sense because I mean I would understand if black played something like this, which doesn't really work. But I mean at least covering the corner. But this move, it still doesn't really protect against something like this. And well, there's no. It's just -1 point it seems. So, but again, it still defends against the cut. So we can't say that this is a terrible mistake. Just a strange looking shape move from the past. Now, obviously, this is not something that will be included in the basic Joseki course because this is a very, very unusual shape. Of course, it could have been actually. If you want to make like a hante move, hante is a Japanese term for like an honest, calm and like peaceful move, but that's important to fix a shape. Actually, before playing anything like this, white really wants to fix this shape. Remember, if black didn't bump, now white really wants to fix this weakness here. There's a weakness, and if white doesn't do anything, for example, if white does this, black will hane, and this white stone on the right will get in trouble. If white doesn't want this to happen, then white probably needs to play something like this right now. I know it looks very slow, but this is probably the proper move to play. And yet, Huang Longshi didn't play this because he's playing for influence, and probably he knows that his opponent is not the toughest challenge, so he allows himself some slack, some maybe less powerful and less like strong, less than optimal moves at some points. So he covers like this, and at this point when black jumps, now this move is not so interesting anymore. Look, because now white fixes the shape, but black can still run like this, and later, black will have something like this. So white's shape feels a little bit awkward here. So at this point, actually it would make sense for white to jump like this and defend the shape. Again, now this is the proper move right now. The proper move just changed depending on the surroundings. And white went, chose yet another option. Another pressing move. Again, white is aiming for the influence. No points. Points don't matter. Just give the points to black. And if black now connects, which is the plan, if black does this, which is such a tempting move to play, now white would play. Can you see where white would play? Actually, I didn't put this as a vote, but let me show you some options. Let's say A, B, C, or D. Considering from modern Go theory, this game is so strange, even before AI era. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it doesn't matter AI or no AI. This, yay. Whoa. Intricate just followed, and Turnamja, Korean name. Welcome to Go Magic. Yes, Happy Luke, I agree. This is a very strange looking game. But most of those games are strange looking, And yes, C is the correct move. C is the move that Huang Longshi probably would have played if the game had been like this. Wait, off the top, you can skip the question and take after the game. What do you think about the following idea for you? To create some blockchain with some cryptocurrency or tokens. It might help to raise additional funds and to give fun and magic to everyone. Well, that's a big question. We'll think about it after the stream, like you said. Thank you. And Turnham Jai is a big name, a Go streamer on Twitch. Oh, okay. It's like last time, Lion Guys, I remember when you came to my stream and you said, "Yeah, I'm also a Go streamer," and I said, "Oh, I've never heard of you," and now, of course, I've watched your streams, and now you're introducing more. Oh, I see. Oh, we were rated. We were rated, and I didn't even see it. Yeah, my chat is too small. Thank you, Turnamja. Thank you for rating us, and yes, I will definitely check it out because I'm always curious to see some new cool streamers. That's not true, Hyung. You're too modest. All right, let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so yeah, you're all right. You're absolutely correct, and this would have been the move. Indeed, White would play this wonderful double knights move, and this looks perfect for White, and probably because it looks so perfect for White, Black didn't like this. Black didn't want to follow this, and Black wanted to resist, and Black played here. Now, what follows here is a complicated scenario. White's shape is not really perfect here after this Hane. White does this, and oh my goodness, I would never even think about a move like this one. But again, this is a matter of strength because Huang Longshi is clearly so much ahead of everyone else. So I would consider white stones, if I'm white here, I would think that the white stones are too weak here. So I would be thinking only about defending, playing something like this, obviously just trying to keep the corner and think about going back to attacking Black in the future. But of course now Black could do this and capture the stone. But after this, it all becomes a lot more complicated. What Go game is this? This is another game played by Huang Longshi. Huang Longshi is playing white against Jiang Tianyuan as Black. Another wonderful example of Huang Longshi's playing style. And this is a game that demonstrates his superior use of influence. And you will see that very, very soon. So a fight ensues here. And another crazy cut from Huang Longshi. And at any point here, the computer is showing that this point, this marked point, is the key point for Black. Black should play there, like pretty much instead of any moves here. Like every move, Black should just play there. Black should play there, and I mean, for example, here, Black plays like this. White has to extend down if White wants to keep Black separated. Now something like that. This makes sense. White blocks. There's a ladder. White can capture Black in a ladder. So Black extends. Now White has to connect. And then this. You see, White's shape is really problematic here. White cuts. This is Sente. Now this. White probably needs to capture. Right? So White probably needs to do something like this. And then this is Sente as well. And after this, Black can even go back to maybe connect like this. And so White gets the territory, but Black gets so much stronger on the outside and connects the stones. The game looks much better for Black right now. I mean, much better than before, because this is a no-Komi game. Huang Longshi is playing white, so Huang Longshi actually has the advantage from the start. But this sequence would probably bring the game a lot closer. In a no-Komi game, this sequence would mean that the Komi advantage would be gone. But this didn't happen. This descending move from Black happened several moves later. So right here, Black connects. Again, white is going only for the influence. Influence, and the move. Cut. And again, white is really happy to give up the corner. White could have had this corner. White could have taken this, but white didn't want to. Huang Longshi just wants to sacrifice this corner, just like this. Black takes it. And now look at this. Black has all of the points on the right. Now black also has the corner. And after this, black will also live at the bottom. This is just making himself thicker. And black plays here. So at this point, black realizes that white has this superior wall in the center, and this wall has to be Tibro high. Welcome, welcome. This wall has to be somehow reduced, and even though white doesn't have any points at this point, but you have to be very careful because this is the most magical, or one of the most magical parts of a Go game when influence just comes to life. When with influence, it seems like white doesn't have any points at all, and then the points would just appear seemingly out of nowhere. That's what it really looks like when it really feels like magic. So right now, white doesn't have almost anything, and black has all of the points. G17 seems better than H17. I was just about to say that at this point, if white is so strong, if white has so much influence and thickness, then you really have to be careful and moderate. You don't want to play something crazy like this. So, for example, playing something like this would feel insane because you're playing so close to white's wall. Of course, white is going to invade, and now this black stone is going to be in trouble. So you don't want to do this. In view of this, that white is so thick, you might want to consider playing something like that. Yeah, exactly. G17. G17 feels a lot better and safer than the move in the game. But probably John Tenyuan didn't really see what was coming. Because you see, he thinks that, oh yeah, I'm reducing this wall. He doesn't see that this wall has so much potential. Even though actually computer suggests that white can invade here right away. But we'll get to this invasion in a second. First, white builds more thickness at the bottom, attaches, and his wall becomes even thicker. With Moyo, maybe G16. Well, yeah, anything, G16, G17, but anything but a little bit closer, not to allow a simple invasion. Because right now, an invasion is clearly possible. So, and actually at this point, again, the computer thinks that, well, as much as white would want to disconnect the corner and the bottom group, but this is not the biggest point. So white really wants to tenuki this and play either on the left side or invade here. But Huang Longshi is really patient here. He responds once and twice and allows black to play here. And at this point, it really feels like black got everything he wanted. It's just it's such a misleading position because every time I get to this point in the game, I'm thinking there's no way that white can win this game because black has all of the points, right? Black has territory in 3 places: on the right, upper right corner, and the bottom. And black also has the 3 stones on the left, which are all in the right places, just like Go Commentary said. They're all reducing white's moyo very efficiently. And yet, all of this doesn't really help. And actually, at this point, the computer's estimate is that white is ahead by, it's like 90% win rate, and white is ahead by about 5 points. So even though white has no points, white is ahead by about 5. How crazy is this? Well, I'll take white here. I like white's position. Well, I mean, as much as I love playing for influence, or at least I loved playing for influence, but this, I don't know. I mean, I also really like White's Moyo here, but having no territory at all, are you sure? Are you sure you would want to take White here? I mean, actually, if Black had a stone at G17, I would probably take Black. I would be a coward, and I would take Black here. Anyway, at this point, before invading, before doing anything on the left, White tries to get himself even stronger. Even stronger. Thank you. And this maneuver, however beautiful, the computer kind of disproves it. So let's see. Here's the idea. Black cuts. Now this. Atari, White connects. Now Black needs to do something about these two pesky two stones inside Black's territory. Otherwise, Black can actually even die there. So Black attaches. This is all correct. And now, this next move, Black could simply just play like this. Block the stones, and even though White can Atari, Black connects. Okay, fine. Yeah, Black's shape is pretty bad, but Black is still going to kill White easily. Next move is Atari. But in the game, Black plays here, and this allows to fulfill every dream that Huang Longshi had. Now Huang Longshi gets to play an extra move on the outside in Sente. So look, White captures. Now Black needs to capture, descend, this, and now this move becomes Sente. If Black doesn't respond, then White will capture the group. So Black needs to Atari, and then next move, the capture, will still be Sente as well. So White can capture the stone anytime in Sente, which means that White's wall is flawless. It is perfect, absolutely perfect. Finally, after all these preparations, White invades. And it's going to be difficult for Black here. Black still has that weakness on the top. And this lonely stone, he will have to live on its own, separated. One of the points I like White, for example, Hoshi D16, is nowadays called 15-point move, as Sansan is inevitable, which is fun, but kind of true. Hoshi D16. Well, yeah, D16 is but if Black had known all of this, Black could have played even not G17, but Black could have played F17, right? And with an F17 support, this wouldn't be so invadable anymore. It would be a lot more difficult for White to reduce and invade. Black was just not, probably at that time the theory was not as developed, because at that time Sansan invasions were really not popular. So Jiang Tianyuan, Huang Longxi's opponent, probably didn't know all the intricacies of Sansan invasion variations. So he wasn't confident about all this. So right now, Black needs to live here, and a second line move from Huang Longshi. And actually, the computer, typically, I've noticed that it tends to dislike this sort of second line attacking maneuvers, even though it seems just so cool and awesome. And I would love to play here myself if I'm White here. And yet, the computer believes that, well, this Black is not going to die anyway, so why even try? Why make those second line moves? So a computer thinks that, yeah, it's just time to start invading right away. But anyway, Black responds, and another invasion. And again, surprisingly, I've seen this Tsuji many times, and yet the computer believes that if Black just connects like this, how can White continue? Is White going to connect like this on the second line? Well, Black is strong. Black is not going to die. I mean, I'm not so confident about this. AI is. The computer is confident. I'm not. I'm not confident that I'm going to live here very easily as Black. And yet, even here, wait, where was my variation that I wanted to show you? Oh, it was here. So before all of this madness started, before White even invaded, the computer has always suggested an invasion. And I just wanted to ask you a quick question here. So suppose White had invaded here, and Black has a couple of options of how to respond to this. Of course, black could, for example, do like this, cover it like this, trying to hold it inside. But this is pretty easy, because in this case, white can just jump into the corner, and there you go. Black has to block. We do this. Now this is Sente, something like this, and this is the variation that could be expected. White just gets all the territory on the left. C1 for black. C14. C14 for black. You mean at which point? Here? Right now? C14. Well, actually C14 here looks a little bit for F17. Oh, wait. For F17. Oh, you mean like right now? Wait, C14 now, like this? Whoa. Well, I mean, this leaves a lot of options for white. So white will just take the corner. No pressure at all. And this stone is not going to die here. I mean, this white stone. Instead of G16. Oh, instead of G16. Oh, like this. Okay, but in this case, if you don't cover, then white will escape, and now the black stone is. I mean, black will play like this, but now this is a lot of pressure. This stone can later escape, and black will be separated. The black group on the top, separated. Too much trouble. I'm afraid this is too much trouble for black here. So I wouldn't. This seems very risky, unnecessarily risky. So probably. This is a very, very dangerous option. This is kind of safe, but the safest option of them all is probably the one that I haven't even shown yet. It's this one. And I have one more question here, as always. 4 options again. If you're white after this move, how would you continue? A, B, C, or D? Would you jump into the corner right away? Would you just extend at B? Would you play a crazy wedgie move at C? Or would you hane at D? Which one is the best? What do you think? Actually, at this point, there's only one move which is correct, which is it's just theoretically the best here. And I will show you why in a few seconds. Not D. Okay, maybe. A. Yeah, sure. Vote. A few more seconds. There's a sort of theory behind this. I mean, this is the move that you've probably seen so many times before. This covering move. And okay, we got a 50-50 here. A and C. All right, so let's go over the losing variations first. The ones that you guys haven't chosen. And I'm happy that you haven't. So first of all, D. Someone said not D, and you're right. Of course, D is the worst. You never ever play D because of course black will cut, and there's nothing white can do after this. There's no follow up. You can't do this because after this, black just covers very well, and white is in trouble here. Maybe white will live, but black is getting so much thicker in the process. So you don't want to do this. Well, B, again, is making your opponent unnecessarily stronger. Of course, black is going to connect, no question about it. But remember, we're trying to make it in invasions and then potentially attack black. Somehow separate and attack. And if we only take the points, but we make black stronger in the process, then this is definitely not the best option. So if you want to live like this, doing something like this, then this looks like you're only getting a few points, but the price you have to pay for that is too high. So no. And what was another one? A. Someone voted for A. A is not too bad, actually. But again, black would play this. And now this stone gets covered and left alone there. Possible. Definitely possible. But the best move in this sort of situation, and the best move, the first thing you should actually consider when you get covered like this is whether or not you can play here, the wedge. And there are two conditions under which you can play this wedge. And the conditions are you have to check two letters, the letter going to the left and the letter going to the right. And if both letters work, then this is always your best move. If one of the letters doesn't work, then yeah, you can think about jumping into the corner at A or doing something else. So let me show you the letters that I mean. If black chooses to Atari like this aggressively, trying to just split white and kill something, white extends, and now black has two options. Black can connect, and here's letter number 1. White captures easily, and this is good for white. Black will have to connect like this painfully on the second line, and white becomes even stronger. Letter number 2, black can capture this stone instead, and in this case, white will Atari, and maybe even one more time. And now this is the second letter. And in this case, as you can see, both letters work for white. Of course, I mean, white has so much influence. How could they not work for white? So white clearly has every letter in this world. So yeah, and if white has those letters, this is what white should have done if white had invaded, and which white didn't, I think. But this is the best option. So yeah, the option you suggested at A is not bad. This is not bad. But if ladders work, the wedge is even better. But in the game, as you remember, white invaded here. Now, the problem with this sort of invasion is, well, first of all, as I showed you before, black didn't have to go for this variation. Black could have just connected everything and allowed white to connect along the second line. And also here, well, black is too much worried about having everything connected, because black can simply play here. And what is white going to do? Just, this? Fine. Just let white take anything here. And if black can get all of the territory on the left, and this will very effectively reduce all of that strength that white has in the center, this would be maybe enough for black to win this. I mean, this could be a chance. But instead of this, black wanted to keep everything connected, save every stone on the board, which is not a good idea. Because now there's a wonderful Tsuji that you can remember in this sort of situation. White can cut, and now this is Sente, this is Sente, and also there's going to be another Atari, and black will get reduced to a tiny little territory right there, and white gets, yeah, you got it, more influence, as always. Another strange shape move from black. Probably could have been something else. But I mean, it's really hard to, because of this H17 mistake, it's really hard to spend one move in the corner and defend against every possible invasion. So this move doesn't really defend, this move doesn't defend, so it's hard. This move, there's still Aji, so there's nothing black can do to defend. So maybe out of the many bad options that black had, that's fine. Black is winning. Well, according to my estimate, at least according to the computer estimate, black is not winning. Black is actually black is never winning in this game. It's just that the computer thinks that white, Huang Longshi, could have chosen a lot easier variations to finish this game, but he's always choosing this thickness influence based style, and that's why pretty much throughout the entire game the balance is pretty close, and it's always around like white is winning by 5 points, white is winning by 6 points. It's always, but the percentage is always good. It's around 90% for white all the time. It's getting actually closer. It will get closer at the end of the game. So Sente here, defending the corner. You see this territory of white just appears out of nowhere because white is attacking, and those walls start to naturally ooze territory. This influence is kind of just it's leaking into territory. covering. Forcing black to live there. And after black does, more Tsuji time. There's actually this next Tsuji, it was suggested by the computer a long time ago in this game, and it was just there all the time. And now it's finally time for Huang Longshi to play at the bottom. And so where is it's not it's essentially a probing Tsuji. It's not that something is going to die at the bottom. Everything is safe, but but white can make a probing move that will get some extra benefit, get some extra profit for white. So where would you play? A, B, or C? Every move looks like a Tsuji, I think, but there's only one which Huang Longshi played and which the computer thinks to be the best. This next move, I probably this is not the sort of Tsuji that I would ever be able to find. Everyone says A, and my trick worked because we've seen this move before in live streams, I think, and this is also something that you've probably seen before, this sort of attachment. And so I put it here just to confuse you, and it worked. Yeah, but actually after this move, black can just cover like this. The stone is captured, and the best thing that white can do here is maybe play here, and that's about it. But black does black even have to respond to this? Let's say black doesn't. Let's say black plays here. Can white do anything here? This Atari. This is Sente, right? Well, black can just ignore and then just give up the 2 stones, right? So black can give up the 2 stones in exchange for Sente somewhere else. So that's a pretty good deal. But the best move here, this move doesn't really achieve anything as well, but the best move is playing here. This is a really tricky move because black now has to be very careful how to respond to this. But it seems like it doesn't matter how black responds. White will get something. So for example, the best move here, the best maybe the best response for black was playing this. And in this case, the best white could get here is probably get this descending move in Sente. This is Sente, so black would have to I don't know, maybe respond like this or somehow defend. But that's about it. In the game, black played here, but we'll get to that in a second. If black tries to block, for example, then white can hane. And how to respond to this? If you do this, then this cut is Sente. It's threatening to cut off the 3 stones. If you connect like this, then, or what can you do? I can probably connect this like this, Sente, this, and the 2 stones are captured. This is a great result for white here. This move, if you hane like this, white can cut. And it's tricky how to respond to this. If you take the stone, then maybe like this. You take, connect. Something gets caught. Something gets captured here. So in the game, black descended. White escapes and cuts off. And white gets the 2 stones, just like we showed before, but white gets them in Sente. So white captures them, and white doesn't have to respond right now. White can tenuki and play at the bottom. So this whole sequence is white is still, the game is quite close, but it never drops below this middle line. It's always in white's favor. Well, also huge thanks to no Komi. If there was Komi in this game, Huang Longshi probably would have to play some other way, because he would have to realize that this extra 6.5 or 7.5 points are making the game a lot more challenging for him. An invasion, reducing everything, and this Huang Longshi actually tried a few tricky variations here, but the computer believes that this is already so good for white that white doesn't need to try any tricky variations in the corner. White can simply take this very big point, just take more cash, and it's already more than enough for white. White is winning by about like 8 or 9 points. It's almost 100% win rate. Easy game for white from now on. But this move to me looks more like an intimidation tactic, because it's very, even if it doesn't work, but black, it's very scary to respond to this, because one wrong move here and something can collapse here. So for example, black captures the stone. This is Sente. Now this jump, and you see white is clearly not alive in the corner, but black still has one eye, and one mistake here. This is now Sente. One mistake here, and something could just die accidentally. If, for example, this corner turns into a Seki, well, that would be a disaster. Game over right away. So black has to be careful. After this here, more endgame. Again, white is still not playing the C18 stone. And all of these points were less important than the C18. Taking points in the center, we've said it before in some other courses. This is what it always looks more tempting to, instead of playing on the second line in the end game, it's more tempting to play in the center. And yet, if in the opening playing on the second line is almost always bad, but in the end game it's actually the other way around. It's almost always better to take some second line sneaky territorial moves rather than playing something like this. The computer believes that still playing here is much bigger than this. And yet, after a few more moves, again, this is still this is not optimal, and the game is getting closer and closer, but never close enough. And the game ends in a few moves here. I'm just quickly going through the rest. And here it is. So the game is very close now. I think Huang Longshi wins this game by only a couple of points, but a surprising use of influence. His territory, all of white's territory, just made out of nowhere. He didn't have any points, and then and black seemed to have so much everywhere. And probably black just wasn't careful enough he underestimated the power of this influence, and he was a little bit playing maybe a bit too casually on the top with those reduction moves. Somewhere there, allowing white to invade, split, and attack, maybe that was a critical mistake. If black had been a little bit more careful and more playing a bit closer, maybe this game could have had a different result. So there you have it. Wait. Whew. All right, so this is a bit of an exception of a live stream, because typically we play games, we review games, but today we didn't play any, and it was just this live stream was mostly dedicated to us getting together, just sharing some of our first experiences of living here, especially for Anton and his wife, the way they feel, sharing some photos, and this wonderful game review that I wanted to share with you, because this is what ignited our passion for Huang Longshi, and you could even say in part for starting the Go Magic project. So hopefully you guys had fun. If you guys have any last minute questions, you can ask them right now. It's getting really late here. It's 10:30 p.m. So if you guys have any last minute questions, you can ask them right now. And if not, then we're about to end this. I don't remember how. All right, so we will probably include this this game review into the into the Huang Longshi course, and I hope you guys had fun. I'll see you guys next time. Next time we'll do something different. No pictures, no game reviews. Maybe we'll do a speed run. Maybe something. Maybe it's gonna be in Russian. So we will announce as always on social media and on Discord. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.